Hello guys, hello from Kyiv. Misha and I came to our central Christmas tree, and I received many questions and comments about why do we celebrate Christmas 25th of December instead of 7th January, and I'm going to dive deeper in this topic in this video. And I would like to thank you for your support me by buying me coffees, much as becoming sponsors of my channel, and follow me on Patreon, writing me comments and likes. And don't forget about Ukraine and stay together with Ukraine. So thank you so much. Hope that next year we win the war. I would like to start with the fact that Ukraine has always celebrated Christmas on 25th of December, but due to our union with Russia, and we stayed with them more over than 300 years, we had to shift our celebration to the 7th of January, followed by Julian calendar and followed by Russian Church. But now we are bringing back our traditions of celebrating Christmas. Remember all our traditions that we celebrate and everything. So we are distance ourselves from Russia, and actually we can be proud of this. So speaking about Russia, I saw today in the internet Russian campaign showing how Santa Claus flying in the sky over Moscow with the gifts for children, and Russian air defense system decided shut down Santa Claus, and in the end video Russian Santa, Ded Moroz, saying that we don't need anything from abroad. So I was just watching this, and it's sad and ridiculous in the same time. All this Russia propaganda, and especially it was probably at the right moment after Russia intercepted a passenger plane. So okay, so going back to our traditions in Ukraine, how everything started, we will discuss in this video, starting from the very back in the history and finishing up until now what has changed in Ukraine since 2022. I forgot to mention, you can follow my Telegram channel. I post this video of Santa Claus in the channel, so the link in the description box down below the video. So I decided to start since 1582 with the change in calendar system. So Roman Catholic Church decided to adopt Gregorian calendar because calendar Julian doesn't fit the astrological calendar. So each 128 years there was one extra day, something like this. It was some mistake counting, and by the 16th century it was 10 extra days, and Pope Gregory XIII decided to change it all. So the West Europe accepted, but Moscow doesn't accept it. And it was 1582 before all the world used the Julian calendar, and since then it's appeared two calendar. And this year, I guess on 4th of October, next day was 13th of October. So, and very soon we signed the association agreement with Russia, with our Hetman Bogdan Khmelnytsky. Actually, here behind me, where is this? Oh, this one. This is the monument to Bogdan Khmelnytsky. This time, Ukraine was in very weak position. We were under Polish and Lithuanian, and our leader of Cossacks had to make a decision with whom made the union, and he unfortunately chose Russia, and we have to follow all the Russian rules and also Russian Orthodox and everything. So that's why we celebrate Christmas on 7th of January since this time, because our union with Russia was over 300 years. What I mean by this, we were together with Russia since 1654 till our Independence Day on 1991. So we've been in this union in Russia, which didn't recognize the new calendar, and to switch in Russia it took two important steps which we also followed. So Peter the First, like Peter Great, in 1700 decided to change just the date for celebration New Year's, because before this date we celebrate New Year's 1st of September, and he chose 1st of January. So the changing for calendar was like step by step, but the main change made the Bolshevik and Lenin 31st of January 1918. Lenin decided to celebrate next day, 14th of February, and the people were telling like, yeah, you stole from us certain days. So he made a huge shift in the calendar, because it was influence for relation with other countries, for trading, because all Russia used other style of calendar. So this is how, let's say, Ukraine and Russia changed their calendar in 1918, but the church decided not to change. So let's say the country used the new calendar, Gregorian, like up until now we used to have it till 2023, but the church and all the holiday used to have old style calendars. It's why we celebrate Christmas on 7th of January. So long story short, till 1st of September 2023, we celebrated everything together with Russia, with their own traditions. But since 2022, we decided to break all our traditions that were influenced by them, and looking back to our history and traditions. So the main things was changing. It was in 2018 we create our own Ukrainian church that was recognized in Constantinople by Valfarami, if I pronounce correctly, and recognized in the world level. And since 2018 we have two patriarchs, Ukrainian and Moscow. Unfortunately, the large amount of the big church in Ukraine, like large church in Ukraine, are under Moscow Patriarchate. Actually, the right example, it's happened in Kyiv, in Lavra. Lavra Monastery, it's in UNESCO Heritage List, famous for its caves from 10th century, part of UNESCO, and Lavra, according to the history, followed the Moscow Patriarchate. And can you imagine in 2022 or 2023, I don't remember, the priests there, monarchs, were praying for Russian army. And up until now, caves is closed for visitors, because we asking them to leave our country and go to Russia, and they didn't want to. So religion causing some troubles, as well as this priest that praying in the center of Kyiv for Russian army, and they don't want to leave. What will be next, we don't know, but the most important, we have our own Ukrainian church without any Moscow Patriarchate. The right example is Saint Nikolaus Monastery, where usually I do in my video reports. It's like, let's call it our main office for Ukrainian Orthodox Church, which we started, first we started created our own church in 1992, after we rebuilding it, because if you look deeper in the history, that Stalin and all the communistic regime blown up all the cathedrals and church, so we rebuilt after we become independence, trying to have our own church, and only we succeed in 2018. So it's like a huge sign in our history. And right now, there's many church full of Russian Patriarchate and Ukrainian Patriarchate, and let's say a lot of people switch their celebrations from 7th of January to 25th of January, but there is also all this generation that used to celebrate Christmas for 70 years and so on, our grannies and elderies, and for them it's difficult to change. Let's say, I can say on the government level, like on official level, actually it will be correctly, we celebrate Christmas right now, 25th of December, with our old traditions, but a lot of people, elderies, for them is still like Magic Day 6th and 7th. There is like actually not fight of this inside the country. We all like kind of fine with all this, and like that's okay. But me, for example, and younger generation, we completely change our traditions. All the Instagram posts and all the vlogs about celebrating Christmas on 25th of December as well. We have like last year and this year, so we very grateful for this. And in 2019, we have an official holiday, 25th of December, made by our President Zelensky. And our President Poroshenko made an important role to promotes our Ukrainian church back in this year. So we don't want to be anymore influenced by Russia, and actually I'm happy with all these changes because it feels more natural. First you celebrate Christmas and only then you celebrate New Year's. But to be honest with you, all my life, and we all used to have no days off till New Year. Like we working hard 24/7 to make all our plans done by 1st of January, and then we celebrate Christmas. We have very lazy January. It's like, January and August, like 2 lazy months, holiday months. And that is like in our blood. We have to achieve a lot of what we planned with these days, and now we have some break before New Year's, 24th and 25th. So actually I'm very glad that we have these changes, and I really accept it. I decided to do this video in the dark because we have some Christmas atmosphere, Christmas lights, and people came out on Friday evening taking different photos, and feels like everything nice. Like normally we have small Christmas tree comparing to the Christmas celebration we have back in 2021. I posted the short video in my YouTube channel, and now I wanted to go to another location that is more represents our Christmas tradition that we have. I came on Krishatic Street for our main shopping center with luxury brands. They have amazing installation dedicated to Ukrainian Christmas. I have here photo shoots and posting on my YouTube channel about this place. So I'm going to tell you something about the Ukrainian traditions. But first of all, the main things for Christianity and other traditions, why exactly this day started to celebrate, and Christmas and New Year's. Nowhere is written exact day when Jesus Christ was born. Only people celebrated after 21st of December, like New Year, because sun coming to the earth. As we know that on 21st of December is the longest night and the shortest day. Believers knew that it's like a huge demons and dark power taking an action, and after 21st it's going better because they becoming longer. It's like New Year, the sun, and so on. So I guess this is have some roots for Christmas and New Year's, which we're celebrating right now. And the Christianity came to our land in 988. Volodymyr bring Christianity to the Kievan Rus, and to change all the tradition within one night is impossible because people wouldn't follow this, and we were pagans before this and have our own tradition, and some of them the church is accepting. For example, Easter tradition, church accepting. For example, Easter cake, 2 eggs and white icing on the top represents fertility, let's say, as a new life, what everything where people believe their Christianity. So the church is fine with all this. But church didn't accept the Ukrainian traditions which we have right now with God and so on. I mentioned this later. What's also interesting with our new tradition and changing calendar by the church, it's called like new Julian calendar, something like this, because we celebrate Christmas differently with Russia, different days, but Easter we celebrate exactly in the same day. So we on the way to change it, yeah, so it's called like when the church didn't completely switch to Georgian calendar. It's like new Julian style, because Easter we still celebrating differently from Europe. And so back to Ukrainian Christmas and Ukrainian traditions, I check a lot of information on the internet how, especially on the west of Ukraine, during the centuries, years, always people were they were in the mask of God, or it was a special caroling tradition, gathering, walking around, singing the song, the special signs, especially with God, because God was the symbol of also good harvest, animals, what else, prosperity, and like very good sign of God. And actually we have this and our main market is called Ukrainian Christmas. The God dressed in Ukrainian traditional dress, but the church didn't follow it. But we, since this year, remember all our traditions, and people dressing and walking in different restaurants, cafes in the center of Kyiv, changes the dress and clothes. Yeah, God and all these symbols are from Ukrainian Christmas that we now remembering and bringing back all our traditions. So I think I mentioned the most important things about our religion, why it's happening like this, and we are really very glad that we remember all the traditions. And what I check in social media, a lot of people mention that they're always celebrating with the God and all this caroling performance on Christmas Eve. And some villages also remember, the grandmother remembers how they in the village celebrated, like in Korpashin, Ivano-Frankivsk, Lviv area. They remember how they always celebrated 25th of December. So this was everything caused by Russian propaganda. We can also look deeper how they change information about the Christmas trees. It's like Christmas tree is not dedicated to the Christmas, it's dedicated to the New Year. So it's like long story about propaganda, but I wouldn't speak about this much. So like I mentioned the most important part of the years, about the calendar, how it's happened like this. And if we listen too much to Russian propaganda, what Putin said, that Lenin creates Ukraine, that Ukraine was never existed. So even I even wouldn't mention all this stuff, because we have all our traditions, Ukrainian Cossacks, and our Hetman Bogdan Khmelnytsky. This time, unfortunately, we've been with Russia too many years, and finally we will never did the same mistake again. So guys, thank you so much for watching my video. If you have any questions about this topic, please feel free to ask them in the comments down below the video, and I will reply. So thank you so much for watching, for following me on YouTube. Thank you for standing with Ukraine and for all your nice words. Yeah, that is Friday in Ukraine. People going home after busy days, and thankfully it was quiet last night, yesterday during the day, and today. Yeah, so I'm in Khrushchev Street, walking home. Don't know what to add more.